Good morning. Welcome back to today's show. I have the pleasure of having Mr. Johnny Payne in the studio with me today. Johnny is the president of the Greenville chapter of Us Too Prostate Cancer Education and Support Network, as well as the founder of the Upstate Prostate Cancer Alliance. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Rhonda. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, Johnny, there's a great event coming up towards the end of this month on June 25th. It's a free prostate cancer screening for men ages 40 and older at the West End Community Development Center.
That's correct, Rhonda.
Okay. Now that event, it will be held on Saturday, June 25th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at West End Community Development Center, which is located at the corner of Green Avenue and Vardry Street in downtown Greenville. Johnny, can you tell us something about the event?
Well, yes, this is our annual prostate cancer screening that Us Too does in partnership with St. Francis Hospital. And this is, I think, our third year of doing this screening, and it's free for everyone. We encourage, and especially all men age 40 and older, to come out and get screened for prostate cancer. As you know, prostate cancer is one of the most prevalent disease that affects men, and especially black men. It affects African American men in a higher proportion than it does the other population.
Okay. Now, the great thing, one of the great things about the screening is that you get screened, but the screening will also include free educational information and an evaluation of your risk for prostate cancer.
Yes, of course. We'll have physicians there from St. Francis Hospital. They'll be doing the screening. The screening will consist of the two most common screening processes that we use today. The PSA blood test. They will draw your blood and then send it to the lab, and we'll get a reading of your PSA, as well as getting the digital rectal exam. And during the digital rectal exam, the physicians will be feeling of your prostate to see any hardness, any unusual texture, possibly trying to locate the possibility of a tumor.
Now, Johnny, what is the ideal time for a man to have his first screening for prostate cancer?
The ideal time would be probably age 50 for most people, and that would be Caucasians. However, African American men who fall in a high risk group, along with anyone else who has a family history, would also be in that high risk group, and we recommend starting at age 40.
I know that there are some precautions you can take. Doctors say certain things you can do in order to try and prevent yourself from getting prostate cancer.
We actually don't know of any way to prevent it, but of course, your diet and your lifestyle can probably lower your risk. Getting exercise, maintaining a healthy weight, a diet that would be more high in fruits and vegetables and fiber, rather than eating a diet in fats, fried foods, dairy products.
Okay, so you can do things to try and lower your risk, but there is no key to prevention at this time, of course.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, Johnny, I know that you are a prostate cancer survivor. The key, I know that you tell me all the time and that I read, is to be detected early. So the key would be to get your checkups regularly.
Yeah. See, prostate cancer doesn't have, especially in the early stages, doesn't have any symptoms. So you could have prostate cancer and not know it for many, many years. In fact, decades, in fact. So the key is to have the screening around age 40. And that way, then you possibly would know if you had prostate cancer.
So in the early stages, there really are no symptoms. What about when you progress? What are some of the symptoms that you may notice?
If the symptom starts to manifest itself, you might have trouble urinating. You might have frequent urination, especially at night. You might experience a weak or interrupted urine stream. You might have pain or burning sensation when urinating. You may have a nagging pain in the back, hips, or the pelvis. And normally that last one, the nagging pain in the back, hips, or pelvis, that might indicate a more of an advanced stage of the cancer. The tumor has probably progressed to a problematic stage.
Okay, wow. So the key is to be proactive and get your screenings regularly and your regular doctor checkups on a regular basis as well. So once again, to inform the community, there'll be a free prostate cancer screening sponsored by Us Too Prostate Cancer Education and Support Group, as well as Bon Secours St. Francis Health System, on Saturday, June 25th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. That'll be held at the West End Community Development Center in downtown Greenville. It's near the corner of Green Avenue and Vardry Street. Johnny, is it necessary to call and register for the event?
No, Rhonda. In this case, you don't have to register. Just show up between these hours of 8 and 11. There may be a short wait, but there shouldn't be that long of a wait, and we'll take care of you. We'll give you your your digital rectal exam, your PSA blood test. We'll have some educational materials there. We'll be there to answer any questions that you might have.
Okay. Now, Johnny, how soon after the screening will men find out their results?
Normally in a couple of weeks. What will happen if you don't show any signs of prostate cancer, if your digital rectal exam is as we call normal, and your PSA is in the acceptable ranges, you will get a letter from St. Francis saying, "Thanks for coming. Everything's great." Now, if they suspect any suspicious PSA blood test or digital rectal exam, you will get a phone call from someone at St. Francis, and they will encourage you to make an appointment with a urologist and take it from there. The urologist will more than likely give you another PSA test, and and maybe another digital rectal exam. If it still looks suspicious, he will probably order a biopsy. And the biopsy, and I do want to clear this up, the biopsy is the only way that we know that you have prostate cancer. Some folks are confused. They think the PSA blood test and the digital rectal exam is going to indicate the cancer. It does not. It just indicates the possibility of a cancer. The biopsy is the only true process that will tell us if you've got cancer.
Okay. Well, can you share your story a little bit? Like I said earlier, you are a prostate cancer survivor. Did you find out that you had prostate cancer on a regular doctor's visit, or were you going to have your screening? How did it occur? Right.
Like most people, I didn't do it on a regular doctor's visit. I had been getting my physicals and getting the PSA blood test, but I really wasn't paying that much attention to them. I was discovered through a routine screening, similar to the screening that we're going to be having here at the West End Community Center. I went through the screening, and I had no idea I was at risk. I had no idea I had prostate cancer, and my numbers came back high. I really had a very, very high PSA, and then as I mentioned before, earlier, I took the next step and got another test. In fact, I got 2 other tests, and they all indicated I had a high PSA. Then I went to see a urologist. He ordered a biopsy, and we found out I had cancer. And then I started doing research of what to do. I had it treated. There are several treatments, and we don't really have time to get into all that today, but there are several treatments available if you have prostate cancer. And I selected surgery, and I had my prostate removed. That was over 8 years ago, and so far, no sign of cancer. And then I got involved in this outreach program trying to share my experiences and what happened to me with other men.
Okay, wow. And what better way to do that for someone else down the line who may be experiencing the same things that you went through, to talk to somebody who actually went through it?
That's correct.
Okay.
Been there, done that.
Okay. So if anyone is listening and they're interested in attending the free prostate cancer screening on Saturday, June 25th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the West End Community Development Center, you can call for more information. That number would be 255-1212, 255-1212. Johnny, is there any other information you'd like to share with the community this morning?
No, I'm just encouraging men, especially African-American men, please take advantage of this. As you know, today's healthcare costs are going up. Even these routine PSA tests, which are relatively simple, they are increasing in cost. So we want to encourage everybody to take advantage of this. It's free, and I hope to see you out there on the 25th. I'll be there.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming in today, Johnny.
Thank you.